Here's 4 smart money tips that no one ever wants to hear, according to a financial planner. So this financial planner, her name is Misty Lynch. She's a certified financial planner, and she tells Business Insider, she goes, listen, ignoring money advice, by the way, this is from a macro perspective, comes at a price. Not understanding how money works comes at a price. Financial illiteracy cost Americans $415 billion in 2020. Wow. Okay? Not understanding interest rates, not understanding how much debt you have, not understanding where you should be investing your money, not understanding just the basic stuff of budgeting has its ramifications. Okay? So she says there's a part of our brain that is constantly trying to seek pleasure, avoid pain, and take shortcuts. Okay. So if you heed no other financial warnings, at least consider these 4 tips from this lady called Misty Lynch. No relation to Merrill Lynch.
Thank you, Adam.
Okay, no problem.
I was wondering.
So here are 4 tips from Business Insider on money habits. Number 1, you need a budget. Number 2, your parents and your grandparents may mean well, but it doesn't mean they're right. Number 3, taking a risk isn't always a smart move. And number 4, sometimes the best thing to do is nothing at all. Let's get into this thing, okay?
Yeah.
So number 1, we talk about it all the time. Have a budget. Have a budget. Have a budget. Has a budget. You know, I always say that the only thing worse than doing a budget is not doing a budget, right? What is that right there?
Whoa, that was keep going.
Okay.
It's a little glitch in the matrix.
A little glitch in the matrix. So anyway, a budget is what she says is the biggest thing. I get it that it's basic having a budget. A budget is basically your income minus your expenses. What's coming in the door, what's going out the door, right? This ain't complicated, right?
Right.
You got to have more coming in that's going out. That's just basic stuff right there, all right? What else do you need to know other than having yeah, we get it. Budgeting sucks. We get it. Budgeting's restrictive. We get it. Budgeting's strict. We get it. Budgeting's difficult to maintain. We freaking get it. We get it. It's annoying. Budget. Shut up about a budget. But you do need to have a game plan for your money. You do.
Yeah.
What I said, that's why I call it within my SAS 6, my 6 principles of wealth. I say that principle number 1 is having a money game plan.
Yeah.
I don't like the word budget. I think it's kind of boring, but it's the same thing, right? Cash flow, baby, cash flow. How much is coming in the door? What's going out the door? How much did I make this month? How much are my expenses this month? It's not that complicated, but most people don't do it. You know what percentage of America does a budget?
10%. What?
25%. Oof. 3 out of 4 people don't do a freaking budget. You can be as simple as taking a freaking piece of paper, folding in half, what's coming in the door, what's going out the door. It could be that simple.
Yeah.
You could use apps. We talked about apps that use for Mint,
yeah.
YNAB. You need a budget, right? Dave Ramsey's got a good budget. Freaking do a budget. It's not that hard. So it gets a bad rap. I get it. You know, it's not fun. Oh, I can't do what I want to do. No. We talked about in this thing, 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income should go to your needs. 30% can go to your wants. 20% goes to your savings, and you're paying off debt. This ain't that complicated, David.
I agree, man. Preaching to the choir.
I will get up out of this desk right now, jump over there, and give you a handshake.
I'm doing it right now.
So anyway, the whole point of budgeting is not just for managing your money, but it's also understanding or illuminating your bad money habits, right? So they can be corrected. Oh shit, I'm spending $300 a fucking month on these what's it called, the thing, subscriptions?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize I was paying. Oh my god, I thought I canceled that. Yeah. All right. So a lot of times spending habits don't really align with the things that they say that they want to actually, do or care about. So once you see how much you're spending on certain things, damn, I spent $600 on Uber last month. What just happened here?
I think that's what kind of takes people away from doing it, because they don't want to see how much money they're actually throwing out. It's kind of gross. It's like, dude, like I spent that much. Why'd I eat every day last week?
Yeah.
Oh my god, $15.
Well, here's what I tell people in their budget, so they can walk away with a little tip right here. I said this before. Within your budget, understand how much is coming in the door, what's your expenses. But everyone has the same big 3 expenses: your housing, your transportation, and your food and beverage. How much is your rent? How much is your mortgage? How much is your car? How much is your car payment? How much is your car insurance? How much is your taxes? I mean, your gas, everything that goes on with your car.
Yeah.
Transportation, food and beverage. How much did you spend for lunch every day? How much is dinner? How much is it going grocery shopping? When you got to the drink, when you got to the club, that's your food and beverage. If you add that all up, you're 75% of the way with your budget. Then people got, their cell phone. Okay, cool. right? You got health insurance, cool, I get it. You know, they got subscriptions, cool. They got a gym membership, cool. But the big stuff is your housing, your transportation, your food and beverage. So what I do is I understand that I know how much money I make a year. I know. So I know that if I'm renting, I need to be below this threshold. So for instance, my rent is somewhere between $2,500 and $4,000, depending on where I'm living. Especially when I was living in Dallas, it was a little bit cheaper. But in South Florida, that's my comfort zone. I'm good. I know that I'm not, because I don't have a car, I don't spend money on all the car stuff. Especially when I live downtown Miami, I spend like $300 a month max on Uber. Okay, I know I could spend probably $1,000 on a car, but I'm saving an extra $700 just on that. And what I do, because I like to go out and have a good time, is I'll spend that additional money that I would typically be spending on car insurance, gas, taxes, tolls, whatever with a car. I'll get some dinner. I'll buy some drinks. Round of drinks on Saz over here, baby. I'm good. Bingo. So that's how I budget. So anyway, have a game plan for your money. Budget like Brady. I always talk about that. Tom Brady goes into every game. I'm gonna Tampa Bay. I'm just gonna beat New Orleans Saints. No, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. So budget every first of the month. Anyway, I know we went on a little bit longer on that, but you need a budget. All right, this is again that story from a financial planner. 4 basic money tips. I know that we just went on a rant on budgeting. All right, number 2. Your parents and your grandparents may mean well, but that doesn't mean they're right. Shut up, Grandma.
Shut up, Granny. What do you know?
You talk back to me one more time, Grandpa. Right in the kisser. No, it's not that kind of a thing. Obviously, give your respect to your grandparents. But basically, you know, most... Grandma!
Shut the...
Say another word, Grandma.
Grandma, one more word out of you, and I am putting you in a home.
Oh, your fingers hurt? That's great, but now your back's going to hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty, Grandma. No, I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. We love my grandparents. I love my grandma. I love my family. I get it. But sometimes the advice that they give you isn't exactly the right advice. All right, so according to Lynch, again, this financial advisor, most people don't want to hear any advice that contradicts what they've been told by their parents, grandparents, or other respected mentors in their personal lives, right? These old farts, they don't know about crypto. They don't know about what's going on right now. They don't know about this new inflation that we're dealing with. They don't know about salaries and things that people are dealing with these days. So sometimes, you know, take the good with the bad. Take the old with the new. You know, they say, make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver, one is gold.
Sure, actually, I've never heard that. Holy wow.
So your grandparents take their advice in stride, okay? A lot of things that happened back in the day, even today, like electric vehicles. Grandma don't know about that.
She don't know.
She don't know about
the push to start.
She don't know about the push to start.
She doesn't know about the turn and go.
She's getting advice from the Bible. I get it. Now we're getting advice from...
Back in my day.
There it was. That's what I was waiting on this whole time. Give me your best grandpa impression.
Soscast. All I know is Dave Ramsey.
Oh, Dave. So anyway, this lady Lynch says, parents or grandparents had a totally different existence. While they probably mean well, it doesn't mean everything they say makes sense in today's culture and the economy. Look, the older people in the country right now, they're in their 80s. These are called traditionalists, right? They are the silent generation, the greatest generation. They fought in World War II. They were fighting in the Korean War, right?
Yeah.
They're
badasses.
They were badasses.
Yeah.
Right? They're amazing people. But they don't know about the newest. They don't know about this internet money. They don't know about NFTs. They can't tell you about crypto. They don't have all the, they barely know about index investing. Index investing didn't become popular until the 90s. So maybe they don't know exactly. Then you get the boomers, who are basically our parents.
Yeah.
Right? Why I oughta. They want to protect you. They want to kind of give you the set of skills or set of information that worked for them, but that might not work for you. Now, the millennials, the Gen Z of the world, they're kind of flipping the script. They're doing something different. So again, your parents or your grandparents may mean well, but that doesn't mean that they're right, especially financially. Okay. Number 3, taking a risk isn't always a smart move. Again, this is from Merrill Lynch, or not Merrill Lynch. What do we call her? Misty Lynch, no relation to Merrill. She says, on the other hand, Lynch often has clients that want her to affirm some of their riskier financial decisions when they don't even make that much sense. I.e., a client basically asked if she should quit her job to focus on her side business full time that was making no money. So she looked at her and said, no. Make that money. Save that money, work on your side hustle on the side. Don't quit your full-time job until your side hustle is actually taken off.
Right, yeah.
Okay, because at that point, it's not even a side hustle. It's just sort of a dream that you would like to do. Bingo. It's not paying the bills.
Right.
Don't forego your primary source of income that's paying the bills and making you money for an idea that you have. Work on the idea, right? Let's say you're working 8-10 hours a day. Work on the idea another 3, 4, 5 hours a day. If you love it, spend all night doing it. But don't quit your job to focus on something that isn't going to reap any rewards for you right now.
No, that's asking for stress.
So is this something that you're familiar? Like you like music. You're not going to quit your job to focus on music right now.
No. There's a great book called I forget the author, but No Excuses. And there's a part in that book where it talks about time management. A lot of people say I can't do X things. I just don't have time, dude. There's so much time in the day that we waste. Where you can allocate those 2 or 3 hours to that dream. I mean, a lot of people think I have to spend the entire day focusing on this thing to make it work. No. I have to quit my job. No.
Elon Musk it, bro. Spend an hour a day. Be efficient a bit. There it is.
Hour a day, every day.
Compound interest. There it is.
Bingo.
She also says this often comes up with people looking to get into riskier investments, right? Taking on risk isn't always a smart move. We talked about quitting your job to the side hustle right here. They say something like, I want to play the market, or I want to get into this or that crypto or something like that. But they still have bills they need to pay, right? Maybe there's a better option at work that offers a 401k, or you can get a Roth IRA or something like that. Maybe there's different types of accounts you should look at. You don't need to necessarily take on all the risk.
Right.
We talked about a few episodes. I want all the smoke. You don't need all the risk.
Right.
Right? So pay your bills on time before you start investing in crypto, okay? Last but not least, sometimes the best thing to do is nothing at all. We talked about Warren Buffett. Just say no. Just say no. Now you don't have to do everything. The power of no. You like that.
I love that.
So, we're all going to, have things that happen in our lives that are going to take away from your focus, right? Whether that's a breakup, whether that's a new job, whether that's a death in the family, major life shift. It's important in those moments to slow down, right? Don't make any rash, drastic decisions immediately, especially after big things happen, right? So take the time to actually process it. So we talk about logic over emotion. So anytime someone says, I just inherited $100,000, or I just won the lottery, bro, you know what I recommend they do?
What's that?
Nothing for 6 months. Don't do anything.
Keep living your life.
Just live your life. You've been doing it for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever it is. Take 6 months and just wait for the emotions, right? I just won $20 million. I'm buying a $10 million yacht. Don't do it, bro.
Yeah.
Because you owe $10 million in taxes. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
No rash decisions, okay? So sometimes the best thing to do, especially when crazy life changes are happening in your life, are nothing at all.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. What are your thoughts?
I say pay your, you should have that attitude towards paying your debt. Honestly, I would like to think that most people, after winning the lottery, the first thing they think is, oh my God, I can pay off my mortgage. I can pay off my car. I can pay off that credit. I can buy my mom, I can pay off my mom's house. I think that's the when you ask people, what would you do if you won the lottery? Oh, I'd pay, all my mom's debts, all my family's debts. So I think have that urgency for that, 100%. Like go and pay off all your debts. And then chill 6 months.
Yep.
And see how to properly handle that.
I like that
dough.
Paying off debts. Respect. Anyway, these are basic. These aren't crazy.
Yeah, this isn't groundbreaking
This isn't groundbreaking, but this is the stuff that you need to implement in your life.
Yeah.
Okay? Real quick again. Have a budget. We talked about that. We ranted on that, bro. Have a budget. Most people don't budget. Again, most people are most people. Most people are broke. Most people won't take a time out of their day to listen to something like this. Most people are most people, and that's why most people are broke. Most people don't do a budget. Do you do a budget every single month? Do you have a game plan for your money? You got that cash flow coming in, or what? Number 2, grandma's not always right. I love my grandma. I love my mom, but their advice might not always be right. Number 3, taking on more risk isn't always a smart move. Maybe when it comes to investing, you can have a little more risk in your life.
Yeah.
But not all the time. And number 4, sometimes you can say no or do nothing at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
There it is.
Talk is money. All we talk is money.
If you enjoyed that short clip from the Soscast, click here to watch another. Click here to watch the full episode, or just stay broke.